Hello everybody, today is a personal favorite. I have uploaded some of these Twitch clips that I have played onto YouTube and I've gotten a lot of requests for it. So here is an official guide slash build for Athena solo lane. We're going to go through a game and talk about it and we're going to have a bunch of fun here. This is I call this my easy elo. When I'm feeling down, when I need to win a game, I pick Athena, I go solo lane and I win 90% of the time and we're going to find out why. So let's head into this character builder. Personal favorite start on Athena. Typically, you're going to be going against a bruiser in the solo lane or an assassin. Very common right now. Mages very rarely played in the solo lane. Tier 2 Witchblade start is absolutely incredible, especially when you're on the order side. The chaos side, a lot of the times you get invaded, so you have to get hog, and you can't get hog with your Witchblade. But if you're on the order side of the map, Tier 2 Witchblade start, ton of protections, ton of movement speed, plus you can get 3 health potions, 2 mana pots with that start as well. You're going against a physical solo laner, a physical jungler. They can't do any damage to you anymore. Plus, you're taking less damage from the minions, so you can play more aggressive. Absolutely wonderful start. I do it almost every time on Athena. After you pick up your Witchblade, you're looking to get your Shoes of Focus. Shoes of Focus being the best personal boot on Athena. You're looking for full cooldown on Athena every time. The whole point of Athena is you're doing a ton of damage base throughout the early to mid game, and then end game you become a taunting machine. With your full cooldown, you're looking at like a 10-9 second taunt timer, and you're going in and taunting 2-3 people, popping beads, wait 8 seconds, you're dashing back in, you're taunting again, and you're wrecking up team fights. And that's what we do here. Core item, of course, Breastplate of Valor. I especially like this combination, Witchblade, Shoes of Focus, Breastplate of Valor, because of 2 reasons. 1, your movement speed is through the roof, on top of the fact that you have a dash for movement speed, and you've got the full cooldown so you can dash all the time. Great movement around the map. Secondly, you're going to be going against, almost 90% of the time, physical solo laner, physical jungler. From these 2 items, you have 45 plus 75 physical protection. That means you got over 100 physical protections, max cooldown, you're doing tons of damage, and you can rotate around the map with your ultimate. That triple start, I almost never change out. The only thing I would change out is if you're going against a magical in the solo lane, I would get a Void Stone before I'd get Breastplate of Valor. I still like the Witchblade start, I still go into Shoes of Focus, but then I would go in and I'd get a Void Stone. About that time, the solo laner that's magical damage will be doing their damage now, but now you have 50 magical protections, plus you're doing more damage because of the pen. It's a little bit of an exchange, but that's alright. But those 4 items are your core build on Athena every time, no question. Looking at your damage, you got Soul Reaver towards the end of the game. Soul Reaver on Athena, any Guardian really is amazing. I recommend Soul Reaver on all of your Guardians that you're playing damage. That proc damage is just so much damage. It's really great. Then, of course, you have options after that. You can get Ethos Staff, great for support in the other roles when you're grabbing, you already got 3k health or whatever, so why not get some damage off of it? Then, of course, you have other options. You can get Flat Pen from the Dynasty Helm. You can get Obsidian Shard, Flat Pen, stuff like that. If you need any more defense items on Athena, you probably won't. If anything, I would get a Magi's Blessing. You have other situational items, though, Mid-Guardian Mail, if they have a lot of physical damage, etc. As far as actives go, I still like Hog on a lot of my Guardians I play in other roles. That's just because I like to be able to secure objectives myself. Do not need them. Don't always get them. A lot of the times I'll end up getting Weakening Curse on Athena and Heavenly Agility. Those 2 combinations, plus how fast you can move around the map, means that you're flying everywhere all the time, and they're slower, and they're like, I hate my life. This is stupid. Beads of Purification, also fantastic on Athena because you can taunt, you can pop those beads, and your taunt's practically up again. Really annoying. So how do we level up Athena with our solo lane? Well, what you're going to do here is you're going to get Shield Wall first. Level 1 damage is amazing. 140 damage helps you clear those jungle buffs with your jungler. Great wave clear. Your level 2, you're going to get your Preemptive Strike. That's your dash. If you dash through the wave, use an auto attack with your passive reach. Use your 3. Use an auto attack on the archers. You can clear the archers level 2 by yourself. But you have to hit the whole combo. 1, auto attack, 3, auto attack. The archers will be dead. You can pretty much out-clear anybody on Athena. Athena has one of the best lane clears, honestly, in the game. Completely underrated in a damage capacity. Well, I don't get a point in my Confound, usually till like level 7 or 8. I go back and forth getting Shield War Preemptive Strike. This is because it keeps getting your lane clear better. The cooldown on the one goes down, which is really good. You don't really have kill potential typically until you hit right around level 9, 10, and then you really have kill potential with your shield wall leveled all the way up. And I'll get my Defender of Olympus typically level 6, not level 5. Level 5, I like to get another point in my shield wall. And then early game, I will use my Defender of Olympus on my jungler or my mid laner to get me back to the lane so I don't have to buy shield and teleport to get back to the tower. Let's go ahead and head into this game, and we'll see how it's done. Starting off this game with our Tier 2 Witchblade start, I assumed I would be against the Bakasura in the solo lane, but in fact it is not going to be that way. It's going to be in Arachne middle actually. This is completely throwing me off guard, so I have a Witchblade against a Zhong Kui in the lane, but that is actually going to end up being okay. I love Witchblade. It will do just fine against the Zhong Kui. He won't really have the kill capability on me by himself anyway. Typical start here, just grabbing our buffs, chilling out. We're not missing out on any of the XP from this wave. We'll lose probably a little bit of gold, but we're not going to actually lose any of the XP, which is the important part. We made it to the lane before any of the minions were lost. Crazy Toaster picking up a early kill onto our Janus, the Arachne middle. He was not prepared for that Arachne middle, as you can tell. Getting myself here into this backline with these archers, that way I can try to kill them. And as you can see, Athena has very good early clear. As long as I get my shield wall back on the archers, I pretty much have full lane clear. People underestimate the clear of Athena. I think is the #1 thing that people mess up on when they're facing Athena, is they don't realize how much she can really clear. At this point, the Bakasura could still be here. I don't know, but I'm just going to walk in the back and shield wall these guys anyway. Sure enough, the Bakasura is still here, but I'm just going to chill out, wait for him to come by so I can dash right by him, killing the archers in the process. He can hit me a couple times, but not enough to make me nervous. The Witchblade does give me that early movement speed where a lot of people are getting starter items which doesn't have movement speed, so they can't really catch up to me at this point of the game. Putting a second point into my dash, not getting a point into that taunt. There's no reason to get a point in the taunt. I have no way to kill Zhong Kui, so it would be a waste to put a point into it. Now that I'm level 4, though, I can clear those archers without having to use my auto attack on them, so I can focus on the beginning of the wave. And I am actually out clearing Zhong Kui right now on an Athena. Athena clear, very, very good. At this point, we're down about 800 gold or so. Some good rotations coming out from the mid laner of the opposing team. Nothing we can't deal with, though. At this point, I can hit the Zhong Kui. If I hit the Zhong Kui, it groups up the entire wave for my shield wall. So I dash through, hit the melee minions. I hit the Zhong Kui if he's in the middle of the wave. The melee minions run back to me. They aggro on me. I shield wall the archers. By that time, the melee minions get back in. At this point, Crazy Toaster is kind of going on a crazy spree right now. He is causing a lot of havoc in a lot of lanes right now. Not very good, but I'm alright over here in this lane by myself. So I'm trying to deal with this the best that I can. Just out clearing this Zhong Kui, getting some pressure on him. He's not scared of dying. He has a heal. I know he has a heal, so I can't really do that much damage to him. Grabbing my ultimate here at level 6. I know I want to back pretty soon here, and I'm going to want to get back to the lane really fast so I can ultimate to get back to the lane. I know they ran over and ganked the right lane, so I can hop over here and get a free left side mid harpy, just because I knew they weren't going to be able to get to it in time. Don't want to back yet because I know there's a full wave over here in the solo lane just waiting to be had. It'll be a free wave for me. No reason to waste this XP. I can walk right up to the archers and just use my shield wall for the clear. At this point, shield wall pretty much clears the entire wave. I hit level 7. At this point, I'm kind of waiting to level up my skill, trying to think about what to get. If I get ganked, I'd rather have the taunt. At this point, I can grab that taunt. Getting towards that mid-game next level, I can get another point in my shield wall and be totally fine. So back over here, I know he's going to try to pluck me, so I just go ahead and dodge that pluck relatively easily. I just assumed he was going to pluck me. That's probably why he came over here, and sure enough, he did. So I just had an easy getaway right there, no big deal. Since I am against a Zhong Kui, I don't really necessarily need to finish my Witchblade against him, I can kind of think about just going right into my boots. That would be more effective for me. I can finish that Witchblade later. So I can go ahead and back and get my Shoes of the Focus right now. I can ulti back onto the Bastet, get me right back over towards my lane. I'll even make it in time for this speed buff experience. Athena, a great character at getting tons of XP all across the map. You're just kind of walking around grabbing XP from every lane, ulting back to your lane, getting XP. Definitely one of our specialties of Athena. One of the reasons why I really like her is you can get a crazy experience advantage in a relatively easy fashion. Another great thing about Athena is you can use your skills to prevent people from backing in the lane, keep them there, kind of bait them out. Pretty fun little thing to mess with people, keep them in the lane a little bit too long. Sometimes it helps your jungler get there in time to gank them before they back. One of my fun little silly things I like about Athena. At that point, I full cleared the wave. I do have pretty good cooldown. The Bakasura is here, and I know that. So I'm trying to get him to come in because the Bastet's coming over as well. And I feel decently confident in this fight. So I'm trying to bait him out to come in on me. But I'm keeping my dash. I can see he's coming in behind me now, so I can go ahead and just zing, I can dash away. Bakasura uses his ultimate, which is fine. I can walk right out of that. Bakasura taking a ton of damage. Zonkui taking a ton of damage. Zonkui does pop his ult, so I'm going to walk away for a second, and I can dash back in. I do go ahead for this, trying to get this Bakasura back into the shield wall, but he does not quite go back into the shield wall. He was just out of their range. Janus trying to ult over and smack somebody, doesn't hit anybody, but this is a crazy guy, and he just charges into the middle of the wave. And not one of the... I don't know how to explain that, but I like it. I like it. He's got balls of steel. Now, the Bakasura is probably still around, but this Zonkui is really low, and I feel like I can kill him. And sure enough, I can. Now I got to be really careful. This Bakasura is on my butt, but he is really low on HP and mana himself, and he has to be careful not to get ganked by me in return. So I'm actually going to turn this on him. I missed my one. I'm looking to go in. Gab is here. I know I can get a shield. He tries to jump over my shield wall and try to kill me with a jump, but I get a Geb shield. The jump wouldn't have killed me anyway, and I end up getting 2 kills out of this crazy mess over here. Now the Sobek is here, and I won't be able to get away from this, but the Geb shield will be coming back up just in time to save me from that Sobek. I'm thinking about going back in on him here, but I've decided I am pretty low on health. The Geb shield is down, and I should probably play this safe. Out of this entire exchange, I am now 3 levels ahead of the Zonkui, which is a huge deal, a really, really big deal, 3 levels. At this point, I can go ahead and finish up my Witchblade. I am comfortable doing that. I can also start working on my Weakening Curse. I'm going to go for the Weakening Curse this game on the Zonkui. It'll help me in lane a lot to prevent him from healing. Might pick me up a couple kills. Also, will stop the Arachne self-healing at some point if I need to go 1v1 her. She's going to be a hard fight, so I need to have everything that I can, and I cannot have her healing in those fights. The Athena damage combo is pretty simple. You 1 into your target, so you slow them. You cast your 3, so it does the initial damage. Use your auto attack, and then you taunt them as they're walking out of the 3. They come back in the 3. You auto attack them again, and then you go ahead and you can run through your rotation again. Can't quite finish off that Bakasura there, and my greed will get the best of me, and I will get picked up, taking a lot of tower damage in that exchange. Picking up some wards, deciding that is probably the smartest idea here. I don't want to have to die again this game. I decided right here that I don't really need to die again. That was a silly death that did not need to happen. That was just me trying to die, thinking I was a little bit bigger than I was, and it will not happen again. I shall not die this day. Bastet chilling over in my lane still. So nice of her, allowing me to just ulti back in on top of her. Also actually saving her from the Bakasura who wanted to go back in and finish her off. He will not get to finish the deed this day. Bakasura pretty low over here towards the solo lane. I am still level 12. They're 3 levels ahead of both of them. Plus I have a lot of movement speed, a lot of cooldown right now. So I kind of want to keep the pressure on as much as I can, see if I can get them off of their jungle buffs. Sure enough, Bakasura is doing the red buff, but I can get him off of that relatively easily. I can put some pressure on the Zhonghui without any threat of gank. The Bakasura is really low on mana. If he comes into gank me, I am completely fine. And I get a ton of damage off of the Zhonghui for free. If he comes trying to heal that up, I might even be able to kill him. Bakasura doing the blue buff for his Zhonghui, I can't quite get there to kill him. I see that Geb is with me over here in the solo lane, and we might be able to pressure this Zhonghui. I'm going to dash in on him, looking for the taunt. Can't quite get him. I'm just going to auto-attack him to death, though. Good play from the Geb coming in, giving me a shield, making sure I don't take any more damage than I need to. And we pick up a relatively easy kill there on Zhonghui. I have no need for this tower to be down. It has no effect on me. The 500 gold is not going to make a difference for our team. I would rather go get some more experience, get myself a blue buff, allow me to have an opportunity to back if I need to, and I can look at other lanes. My right lane doing extremely well right now, picking up several kills. We actually have taken the lead now from our early drop in gold due to the Arachne rotations. We have caught up from that now, and we are starting to make some plays, maybe start looking for some objectives here. I can start working my way into a Void Stone. They're still fighting in the right lane, so I can ulti right over, grabbing a Sentry Ward to help out on the Gold Fury. The Arachne is looking to kill our Janice, and she is going to get it. She uses her ultimate, so my taunt does not go through on her. But we can go ahead and start this Gold Fury. I got a Sentry Ward, so I can go ahead and put that down as well if we need to. And we can pretty much have a free Gold Fury right here. Arachne is thinking about coming back in, and that will be her demise. She does not have her ultimate up. She used it to get away the first time, and I can secure this with a taunt. But she picks up a kill on the Geb because our Geb was not paying attention, and he should have been paying more attention. We would have had a very easy kill right there without him even being near there. But that's actually going to lead to us getting a lot more kills. Our Geb dying, but I'm not that afraid. I've got quite a bit of health, quite a bit of movement speed. I can go ahead and pick up a relatively easy kill here on that Sobek. The Freya's 2 is now running out. I can try to dodge that as best I can. She's actually kind of low, though. My team is around, but now she uses her ultimate, so I'm going to dash away from that so she cannot hit me with it. And right back over to the solo lane I go to grab some experience. Always maximizing XP on Athena because I can always ulti back in to go wherever I need my team to. My team needs me. At this point now, I'm 4 levels ahead of their solo laner, which is going to put me in quite a position right here. You see I'm leveling up my taunt before I level up my ultimate. That is because while the ultimate does do a good bit of damage, it's unreliable in terms of consistent damage, and also doesn't help me in a 1v1 situation. Being able to taunt people for longer gives me more leeway room with using my 3 into my taunt to bring them back into the shield wall. So that's the skill that I level up after the 3 and then the 1. I will level up the ultimate last. Extra damage is cool. Really, the ultimate is used for the utility of getting around the map, and the damage comes from your 1 and your 3. You're also going to get so much utility out of ranking up that taunt at this point of the game. At 13 minutes in the game, I've already got almost a 2-second taunt, and it's on like a 12-second cooldown timer. And by the time I get my breastplate, it's going to be on like a 9-second cooldown timer. And stuff like that is just a lot too much for a lot of these teams to handle. Looking for some damage on the Zhonghui, just because why not, I can. But he stuns me, makes a good play. But I can walk right back in. I missed my taunt because I suck. But that's alright. I'm just going to keep popping him in the face. No worries here. I can go ahead and dive this tower. I know the Bastet is going to go for the Zhonghui. She gets a great cat onto the Zhonghui, traps him in, and we can go ahead and pick him off right there. No problem at all. The Bakasura wastes his ultimate once again, and now we can go ahead and try to fight this once more. The Sobek goes in using his ultimate. We can't do anything against that. I taunt the Bakasura, weakening curse him as well, and we can pick up a very free kill onto the Bakasura. Now Sobek is in a lot of trouble. Bada bing, bada boom. What are you gonna do? There's an Arachne. I'm kiting around. He walks right in front of me. What's he gonna do? Now Arachne is looking for some trouble. I taunt her so my team can get some free damage on her. I'm very low, but even if she goes back in on me, I'm relatively confident that I can just dash away as my mana starts to regen. Finishing up my Void Stone here. This is going to help a lot with my damage against the Zhonghui and my protections. I see that Anher is pushing the right lane. My team does not need me in the left lane, which means I can just ulti over to the right lane. And I just went from killing everything in the left lane to pushing towers in the right lane. And that is the absolute beauty of Athena, is you go from one lane to another, doing work in one lane, kill everybody so there's nobody to stop you in the other lane. Really an underestimated solo laner, an underestimated jungler. Really good at fulfilling both of those roles. I like her a little bit less in the mid lane just because your ultimate is a little bit less effective because instead of going across the map, you're going across half the map. A little bit nitpicky, but yeah. Waiting for Zhong Kui to get this just low enough for me to take it. I say, thank you, Zhong Kui. I appreciate you as a person. And I take his blue buff. He did all the heavy lifting for me. I just go ahead and take the free kill. Using my weakening curse on this Zhong Kui, I am trying to pick up this kill, but I will go ahead and force out his ultimate, and I will take that as a win for my weakening curse. I see that the Zhong Kui's backing, so I'm going to go ahead and stay for another wave. No big deal. I can just chill out here. My ultimate's coming back up pretty soon. Regardless. Maintaining my XP lead over the Zhong Kui. In fact, it seems to be growing. I'm about 5 levels ahead of the Zhong Kui now, which puts me many, many levels ahead of their support and other characters like their jungler. Arachne looking for some trouble middle, but I ain't worried about this. I'm just going to put the hurt on him as much as I can. The Arachne getting extremely low. Bakasura not doing nearly as much damage to me as he would like to. The Janus looking for a super hot ult onto the Arachne, but she can stay in his ult longer than he was channeling that one. Looking for pressure on the Zhong Kui. His ultimate should be down, so we can go ahead and get a lot of damage off on him. The Janus portals, my 3, so my second tick on the 3 doesn't go off, which is unfortunate, but that's alright. We put a lot of pressure on them. I see there's a fight breaking out on the right side of the map, so I back for my HP. I buy my breastplate in the middle of the ultimate, and then ulti over to the right side of the map where I'm going to pick up a double kill with my ultimate. You gotta do things speedy quick with Athena. I back, I start casting my ultimate, I buy the breastplate during the ultimate. You gotta do everything speedy, speedy, quick so you can maximize all of your effectiveness. At this point now, we got a double kill over there. We can go right to the Gold Fury, pick up a free Gold Fury, no problem. They cannot contest it at all. I can walk right at this Arachne, go ahead and use my taunt on her. Bada bing, bada boom. We got another free kill. Athena taunt is amazing. 2 seconds. If you don't pop your beads, you just die. That's what happens. Especially that it's a cone and you can get so many people in it. Honestly, the best CC in the whole game. It just is. It's the best. It's the best single skill in the whole game, in my opinion. Waiting for the Zhong Kui to show himself. He is not going to. He is going to be safe. Stay back towards his tower. And I am nearing level 20. Getting extremely close. I will hit it from this wave, putting me 6 levels ahead of their Zhong Kui. Hitting level 20 here at the 17-minute mark. My ultimate is up. I see there's a fight breaking out middle, so I can ulti right over. This tower will start to push itself, and I can start to help my team middle. I pick up a kill onto the Bakasura with my ultimate. I see that the Zhong Kui had popped his beads, waiting to taunt him until after the beads are down. Then my Janus and Anher can pick up an easy pickup kill. On the way back to the lane, I'm in no rush. I don't necessarily need to take the tower. I'm going to go ahead and take this red buff for myself, get myself a little bit of extra damage output. Just maintaining my XP/gold lead. Obviously, I can't get any more experience, but I can get more gold to get more items out to be more effective. Now that I have the red buff, I can actually do a lot of tower damage with my third attack in this auto attacks swing here. Just pretty much free damage. I'm not really worried about getting ganked. Sobek is here. He flings me. No big deal. I'll just walk away. The tower gets a little bit of damage off of me. I know the Sobek is playing really aggressive right now. Sobek obviously can't kill me. I'm 10 levels above him, which means that there's 100% a gank coming towards me. The Zhong Kui you can see coming through the tower there. I'm trying to back, and I see the Bakasura out of the corner of my eye. When somebody 10 levels below you is playing aggressive on you, it's a pretty dead giveaway that there's a gank coming and he's trying to bait you into a fight. So the dead giveaway lets me just kind of walk away, no problem. Now, I do note that they have a lot of slows on their team. They have Bakasura, they have Arachne, almost all their characters on their team have slows. So I can go ahead and start working towards a heavenly agility to help out my team with that aspect as well as helping myself. 10, 1, and 4 right now, doing tons of damage. More important than the damage even is the taunts. the ability to go into a team fight and taunt people, taunt 2-3 people, even if they just pop their beads, that's great. With full cooldown, I go back in 8 seconds and I taunt you again, and I don't have beads up, and now you're dead because you just got Bastet bled into Anher impale into Janus 2 into Geb knock up, and you're still CC'd, and you're like, why does this character exist? And I'm like, I don't know, I can't tell you, but I'll play her. I still have the red buff at this point, so I can't pick up the blue, so Geb's going to go ahead and pick up the blue. I don't realize that Geb picks up the blue, so I'm going to go walk all the way back to get my blue buff, and then be very disappointed when I realize it isn't actually there. The Anher is getting ganked over in the right lane, but he's doing just fine for himself. He gets a kill on the Freya, and now I can ulti over to help out with that nasty little Bakasura. Bakasura and the Sobek being here, I try to taunt the Sobek before he can go into his ultimate, but he gets into his ultimate anyway. But that will not save him from the Bastet bleed. We see Arachne putting a lot of pressure on the mid lane. That means we are free to grab this tier 2 tower with us 3. They have no contention. Zhonghui in left lane taking a tier 1. Doesn't matter. A tier 2 much more important than the tier 1. I feel free to back up and make sure nothing gets crazy and no tier 2s get pushed. And I can always back in if I need to. Finishing up the Heavenly Agility, grabbing a Sentry Ward for the Fire Giant just in case we want to do it. Just making sure that everything around the map is safe, keeping my eyes open, making sure nobody needs my ult since that's about to come up. You've got to be very aware of your surroundings on Athena. The one thing that separates really good Athenas from bad Athenas is a bad Athena needs to hear somebody call for help. A good Athena preemptively knows they need help. So really make sure you're looking around the map, using your ultimate effectively and not trying to waste it. So right now there's a big fight going over towards the right lane, but my team, if I look at their hit points, the only person even low right now is Bastet. The rest of the fight going on, I can see. I'm trying to decide whether I need ultimate over or not. I know they already killed one person, so it is a 4v4 over there. I can see that half of their team is retreating. I see that they pick up another kill. Now it is a 4v3. Most of the characters over there are pretty low. I don't want to waste my ultimate if I don't have to. I can split push very effectively on Athena, and I am always over in that team fight if I need to be. Sure enough, my team picks up all those kills without me. They did not need me, allowing me to stay over here, pick up this tier 2 on the left-hand side, giving us an even bigger gold lead, and now I can start to look towards their buffs again. One of those situations where you have to do the math in your head, look at the team fight, look at hit points, and say, hey, they don't actually need my help right there. Easier in a team fight to do that. When it's a 1v1 situation, it's harder to know if they're going to need your ult or not. Usually you just ult for the safety of it. But in a team fight situation like that, you can see that my team was very much ahead of the other team in that team fight. Working my way into Magi's Blessing, I actually like this item a lot towards the end of the game for Athena. Basically, right now, I'm a taunt machine. My damage is starting to run out a little bit. Not necessarily right now. Normally, it would be running out towards now because I shouldn't be this high of a level. I shouldn't be this far ahead. But because I am this far ahead, I'm not quite dropping off yet. I won't drop off for another 10 minutes, but the game won't last that long. But the Magi's Blessing lets me get in, taunt people, blow their beads without putting myself in too much danger. I can go in, they use their skills on me, I get that free second of immunity, I taunt them, they have to waste their actives, I won that exchange. The next time I go in, I taunt them so they won't ever get a chance to CC me. Fight breaking out towards that mid lane, my team picking up an easy kill on the Sobek, also picking up a kill on the Arachne. I am now back towards this Bakasura, taunting him, trying to see if we can get a kill on him. Bada bing, bada boom, we pick up a free kill. That taunt lasts absolutely forever. Moving in to try and finish up this game, we are going to take down this mid Phoenix, looking for a taunt onto the Zhonghui, making him waste his beads. No skin off my back. All that took was the click of my button, and my taunt is going to be back up again here in just a moment, and I can taunt him again if I want to. Taking down this Phoenix, we're looking for a play here onto the Sobek. I taunt him. Unfortunately, the Anher is going to impale him away from us, using our heavenly agility to catch back up to them. The Freya has 1 HP left. She is in her fountain, and I'm going to go ahead and weakening curse her and taunt her right out of that fountain just to be so we can increase our KDA, because KDA is very important. Trying to save my Janus. The Janus is going to get through his portal but not quite get away from the Arachne, but I will avenge his life. He lived a good life, and I will avenge him. This Zong Kui now is in a lot of trouble. I still have my taunt up. He is not going to get away from this. Bada bing, bada boom, we get the kill on him. At this point, the Bakasur is the only one remaining. The Sobek is respawning again pretty soon. I'm going to sit here and tank this Titan for quite a while before I realize that my team is actually overdoing a Phoenix, not killing the Titan. Whatever. I want to kill this Bakasur really bad. Sobek flips me, but I don't care. I'm going to turn around and taunt both of you guys. So we turn on this, we go ahead, and we're going to pick up both of them. And this is the end of this game. So we're going to go ahead and move on into this win screen. Athena is my girl right now. She is the Elo queen of the solo lane. Looking at the end of the game here, 19,000 damage. Took quite a bit as well with 17,000. A really fun stat on Guardian carries that you can actually look at is your damage mitigated. I ended up mitigating the most damage in the game, even more than our support and their support. One of the cool things about playing Guardians and carry roles is you can still build them tanky, so you still build a ton of damage. So you still do a ton of damage with your base numbers, and you still tank a bunch because of your build. Doing 20,000 damage still. The stat that doesn't show is crowd control duration, a huge part of Athena, getting those taunt offs, just ceasing their whole team for seconds at a time. Our build, of course, being Witchblade into those cooldown boots, giving us a lot of good stuff. Working our way into a Void Stone for the magical protections. Breastplate of Valor for the finish off 40% maximum cooldown to get off our taunt as fast as we can. Working our way into a Magi's Blessing to take away some of their CEC with a Weakening Curse for slows and a Heavenly Agility for speed. Nobody could catch us. We could practically not be killed at all, and we had a super fun game. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to me on YouTube, and you can also catch me streaming on Twitch Monday through Friday. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I'm streaming and when my new videos are coming out. Have a Twitching day, y'all.